So, what does it really take to become a leader in the massive global textile industry? Well, today we're going to dive into the career of Makluqur Rahman Tapu. He's a professional who has spent a solid quarter-century mastering the ins and outs of this incredibly dynamic field. Let's break down his journey from being a hands-on specialist to a true high-level strategist.
You know, this single sentence right here, it tells you a whole lot. It's not just about the number of years. It's about the deep, hard-won knowledge you gain in an industry that's always changing, always under pressure. This is a world where that hands-on expertise is absolutely everything. Think about that for a second. 25 years. That is a huge milestone in any career. But in the lightning-fast world of textiles, it means you have a deep, practical understanding of the entire global supply chain, from the factory floor and sourcing materials all the way through to the complexities of international logistics.
Okay, so what does a 25-year journey of growth actually look like? We're about to trace the path he took, how he went from a role focused on very specific tasks to one where he was responsible for shaping the entire department's strategy and vision. This timeline really shows a steady, deliberate progression. You can see how each new role builds directly on the last one. It shows a consistent ability to take on more and more responsibility, and crucially, to deliver results. This isn't just someone climbing a career ladder. This is someone carefully building a solid foundation of expanding expertise.
But of course, a successful career isn't just built on what you do on the job. It's also about the knowledge and skills you bring to the table. So now let's take a look at the academic foundation that's really underpinning all of his professional achievements.
Okay, now this is a really interesting combination. Getting degrees in both commerce and law, that's a key differentiator. It gives you this unique understanding of both the financial side and the legal side of international trade. And in a highly regulated global industry like this one, that is a huge advantage.
So we have this blend of deep experience and a powerful education. How does that all translate into real-world results? Let's get into the specifics of his leadership and how he managed the day-to-day complexities of global commerce. At the very heart of his expertise is this deep command of export and import operations. In international trade, precision is everything. One tiny mistake can cause massive problems, and his track record just demonstrates a total mastery of this incredibly detailed and complex process.
This list right here highlights the incredible breadth of his operational expertise. I mean, we're talking about everything from managing complex financial transactions and ensuring customs compliance to negotiating with government agencies. It shows he has a proven ability to handle the high-stakes, super detail-oriented work that makes global trade happen.
So as his career moved forward, his focus clearly shifted. It went from managing processes to leading people and actually shaping strategy. And understanding that evolution is the key to understanding his leadership capabilities today. This side-by-side comparison, wow, it illustrates his growth as a leader perfectly. On one side, you have his earlier roles, focused on execution and supervision. But then, look at the leap to the later position. We're talking strategic decision-making, leading the whole team, and actively driving business improvements. That is the hallmark of a true strategic leader. All right, so with such a solid foundation of experience and a proven track record of leadership, what's the next logical step? Well, this brings us to his vision for the future and his readiness for a C-suite role. But what does it really take to lead an entire organization, especially in an industry as competitive as the global textile market? Let's take a look at the key indicators of C-suite readiness and see how they line up with his profile. To be C-suite ready, you typically need to build on these 4 pillars: deep industry knowledge, proven strategic leadership, sharp financial and legal smarts, and a complete command of global operations. His career pretty clearly demonstrates a strong foundation in every single one of these areas, which makes a really compelling case for his executive potential. So in the end, his ambition to step into a CEO role isn't just a wish. It's backed by a 25-year track record of driving exactly what he talks about: operational excellence and growth. As the textile industry keeps evolving, leaders with this exact blend of big-picture strategic vision and detailed ground-level operational expertise, they're going to be the ones in high demand. His journey really offers some valuable lessons for anyone aspiring to be a leader and highlights what it takes to succeed at the very top.